Hello my fellow Potterheads, witches, wizards, muggles and squibs. In today's discussion, we will be taking a look at, well, squibs. Before we get into this topic though, just quickly, if you love the Wizarding World, please subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me and will mean you get to be notified of more great videos that will match your interests. For those of you who don't know, squibs are people who are born into magical families, with at least one parent being a witch or wizard, but who do not possess the ability to do magic themselves. Because they carry magic in their lineage, they are still able to interact with the magical world, to see things that muggles could not, and interact with some magical objects. However, if they were to have children with another squib or with a muggle, it is most likely that the offspring would be completely cut off from the magical world, with not even those limited abilities. Those children would simply be muggles. Squibs are rare because a witch or wizard is much more likely to have children who are witches or wizards, no matter the blood status of their partner. So if a pureblood wizard has a child with a muggle, that child will most likely be a witch or wizard, and will be called a half-blood. This is the same as if a pure-blood wizard had a child with a squib. Their child would also be a half-blood. No matter the pairing though, there is always a slim chance that the child of a witch or wizard will be a squib. So first, let's talk about who was believed to be a squib, and then we'll get into the confirmed squibs of the Wizarding World. There are several people who are believed to be squibs, and probably many more over the course of history who have not been recorded. However, to keep this video to the point, I'm going to just go through a few who I think have particularly interesting stories. We will start with probably the most famous believed to be squib, to us muggles anyway. Anne Boleyn, even in the muggle world, was accused of being a witch, and in fact her portrait can be seen hung near the second floor landing of the Grand Staircase in Hogwarts Castle. Despite the accusations of being a witch, however, it is popular theory that she was a squib. This has been emphasised further by the 5th Wombat question on J.K. Rowling's official website. The question asks you to pick 3 statements that are true, and one of these statements confirms that Boleyn was a squib. However, this statement has not been confirmed by any source. Ariana Dumbledore was also believed by some to be a squib. Rita Skeeter implied that Kendra Dumbledore kept Ariana locked in the cellar out of shame for her being a squib. In actual fact, it was because Ariana was no longer able to control her magic after the trauma of being attacked by some muggle boys. She was hidden away to keep herself and others safe, not out of shame at all. Another person in the Wizarding World believed to be a squib is Molly Weasley's unnamed second cousin. This has neither been disproved nor confirmed. It has simply been assumed on the basis that Ron states he's an accountant who they never talk about. And lastly, for my list of believed to be squibs, is none other than Neville Longbottom. As a young boy, he never displayed any signs of possessing any magical ability. However, his uncle Algy dropped him out of a window, apparently by accident, and to their surprise, he bounced down the road. Obviously, his magic was waiting for a self-preservation kickstart. As a side note, before I move on to the confirmed squibs of the Wizarding World, I wanted to talk briefly about Marope Riddle, formerly Marope Gaunt, Voldemort's mother. She was not a squib, but her father regularly called her one. This was not because he believed she actually was a squib and could not do magic, but because her magical ability was weak, and she preferred not to use it where possible. However, when she no longer lived with her brother and father, both of whom treated her badly, her magic supposedly had much more success. She also created a rather effective draft of Amortentia, which she used on Voldemort's muggle father. I am doing a character study video soon on Merveille Gaunt. Depending on when you watch this, I will leave a link in the comments section down below. If this subject is something of interest to you, please subscribe and stick around. You will be most welcome. Okay, so enough about those who are believed to be squibs. Let's look at some of the confirmed cases. Firstly, there is the brother of Dolores Umbridge. There is very little information on him, only that he and his muggle mother disappeared back into the non-magical world when Umbridge was 15. Their mother, Ellen, and wizard father, Orford, did not get along well, and both he and Dolores blamed Ellen for her son having no magical ability. It is because Umbridge's distinct repulsion of all things Muggle that I find her relationship with Argus Filch somewhat interesting. He is of course a commonly known Squib. It is probably partly why he is always in such a foul mood. Hogwarts is a very large place to keep an eye on, especially when he cannot apparate or use any spells. The third confirmed Squib that I want to mention is Arabella Figg. Mrs. Figg lived near Harry's aunt's house in Little Whinging. She was appointed there by Albus Dumbledore and charged with the task of keeping an eye on Harry. She is the only member of the Order of the Phoenix who cannot perform magic. She does, however, breed Kneazles with cats, proof that Squibs can interact with magical creatures. On the Black family tapestry in Grimmauld Place, there are a number of family members who have been scorched from the tree. One of these is Marius Black, son of Cygnus and of Violetta Bulstrode. I assume both of them must have been purebloods, as there is a Millicent Bulstrode studying at Hogwarts at the same time as Harry, who must be related to Violetta. Despite this, however, Marius was born a Squib, disowned from the family and scorched from the tapestry. There are several more confirmed Squibs, and as I stated earlier, likely more than ever recorded. Nevertheless, now we come to the last Squib that I wanted to talk about today, and I saved the best for last. His name is, of course, Angus Buchanan. What? You've never heard of him? He's only famous in both the Wizarding and Muggle worlds. He wrote a best-selling book that was bought by witches and wizards around the world, and Muggles knew him internationally as a member of the Scottish rugby team, with a renowned career. He also went to Hogwarts and tried the sorting hat. I will also be doing a video soon that goes into more detail about this crazy wizard-born, so keep an eye on it. Hit the bell icon to be notified right away. So that's it on today's topic. I hope that you have found it both informative and entertaining. Make sure you subscribe for more Wizarding World videos from yours truly. Also, please feel free to post a comment down below because I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for your support and keep collecting.